Hi, this is my third reading for today, and today is Sunday, September 7th, 2025. Let's read this English article to practice English, especially pronunciation and encountering or memorizing new expressions and also old, already known expressions, cliches, idioms, new words, new sentences. Here we go. This one is from iStudies Pro, right? Science. The title is The Oldest Dream of Humanity Has Come True in France with the transformation of lead into gold, but it's primarily a major triumph for science. A poetic milestone turns ancient alchemy into data that reshapes physics and future accelerators worldwide. This article has been written by Rubila Bob, September 3rd, 2025. Ancient hopes finally crossed from legend to laboratory, and the result reframes what science can achieve. In France, researchers have realized the age-old ambition to turn lead into gold, and with it opened a new chapter for physics. Beyond the poetic image, this moment signals technical progress, invites careful context, and points to practical gains that matter more than glitter. Names and numbers will show why the real win is knowledge, not treasure. How a nucleus sheds three protons to become gold. Inside a 27-kilometer ring beneath the Franco-Swiss border, beams of lead nuclei rush almost at light speed. They pass so closely that colossal electromagnetic fields surge, nudging particles without head-on crashes. In that controlled turmoil, a new lead nuclei, each with 82 protons, are stripped of three and cross a boundary. Once that happens, the nucleus carries 79 protons, which defines elemental gold. This is not sorcery, it's an accelerator craft tuned to exploit near-miss interactions where probability meets precision. Interesting. Let me read this one more time because it's a crux of the technology. Inside a 27-kilometer ring, beneath the Franco-Swiss border, beams of lead nuclei rush almost at light speed. They pass so closely that beams so closely that colossal electromagnetic fields surge, nudging particles without head-on crashes. So they just going in different opposite directions, so that electromagnetic fields surge, and it's not almost head-on crashes, but not head-on collisions. Dodging particles without head-on crashes. In that controlled turmoil, a new lead nuclei, even each with 82 protons, are stripped of three and cross a boundary. Interesting. So they lose protons. Once that happens, the nucleus carries 79 protons, which defines elemental gold. This is not sorcery. It is accelerator craft tuned to exploit near-miss interactions where probability meets precision. Detectors then register their change as fleeting signals that track energy, charge, and timing in an ultra-clean, cryogenic environment. Everything is calibrated. At Alice experiment reads, the Alice experiment reads these whispers with a 0-degree calorimeter. Even 100 meters underground, its instrumentation isolates gold from background noise and maps the pathways that made it. Here, science turns an old metaphor into a major event, proved by data rather than desire and grounded in repeated conditions. A breakthrough authored by science, not medieval magic. During lead cycles, the collider can yield about 89,000 gold nuclei each second. Across the 2015 to 2018 campaign alone, researchers count roughly 86 billion such nuclei. They exist briefly, racing through the apparatus before striking material and transforming again, leaving traces that let engineers reconstruct what actually happened. Because the events are transient, their monetary value is negligible, right? Oh, come on, man. My fingers are not good, understandable, but that doesn't mean that okay, very good. Because the events are transient, right? Transient. Their monetary value is negligible, transient. As their diagnostic value is immense. They test electromagnetic dissociation models, the same physics that governs how beams lose particles. Understanding those losses matters since stable high-intensity beams decide how far accelerators can push performance without tripping protection systems. With better, right,